everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm still getting the hang of this. This is all just a learning work in progress, but let's get started today. Welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All of my builders, welcome to Black Renaissance Worldwide BRW episode 2. I am Rochelle, your host. And if you are here right now, you are not just watching a show. You are witnessing infrastructure being laid brick by brick. Let's begin by setting our intentions with an affirmation. So we always do affirmations at the beginning and the end of every show. Here we go. We gather at this moment, conscious that time is a coordinate and space is a field. And we are matter organized into meaning. We affirm that the intention behind every action in this space is directed toward the highest probable good for all conscious beings, those here, those watching, those yet to arrive. We honor the full spectrum of human experience, every identity, every expression, every lineage, every struggle, every triumph. We acknowledge that we are entangled. What we build here ripples outward through networks we cannot fully map, but are responsible for shaping. We enter this work with coherence, with clarity, and with the understanding that a world that works for everyone is not utopia, it's engineering. Let us begin. Welcome back, flagship family. You built this chair that I'm sitting in, and now we're sitting in it together. Let's get to work. So BRW, Black Renaissance World, is not just a directory. That's what we're building here together, live, a directory. But it's going to be a community as well as a movement. Now, I just learned about something 2 days ago. It's interesting that I didn't have the terminology for what it is that we're doing. But it turns out that there is such a thing, and I'll get to it a little later in the show because it's a little further down. I'm still nervous sharing myself with you, and I'm still getting used to how all of these things work together, right? So just making sure. Okay, don't have anybody in the chat yet, but that's all right. We're gonna keep going. Okay, so the next segment of the show, let's go. So I wanted to kind of go back to Juneteenth reflection, right? So 160th anniversary. So for the first show that we did, I learned a lot. I was so nervous and excited about sharing myself and my ideas and the premise of this movement with you that I was, every time somebody would come into the chat, I would just get all excited and it would make me talk faster. So I'm going to try to slow down because my intention is to spend time with you, for us to get familiar with one another so that you understand what it is we're trying to build if you decide you want to be a part of it. Okay? So, Juneteenth reflection. Yesterday was Juneteenth, June 19th. Today is the 20th. And this year marks 160 years since Union General Gordon Granger, woohoo, say that 10 times fast, rode into Galveston, Texas on June 19th of 1865 and read General Order Number 3. The people of Texas are informed that, in accordance with the proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. Now, I want you to understand something. 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. 2.5 years. Let us sit with that. Freedom was already the law, but it took boots on the ground to enforce it. Juneteenth is not just a celebration, it is a reminder that rights without enforcement are simply suggestions, nothing more. That policy without power is just paper, okay? In 2021, decades after advocacy led by activists like Opal Lee, who at 89 years old walked from Fort Worth to Washington, D.C. to demand federal recognition. President Biden signed Juneteenth into law as our newest federal holiday. But here's what BRW holds. Juneteenth is not just a day off. It is a day on. A day to assess where freedom... Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining. A day to assess where freedom is still delayed, where enforcement is still missing, and where we must bring our own general order number 3 to the communities still waiting. Yesterday was the anniversary. Today is the work. If you celebrated yesterday, drop a heart. And if you are still celebrating today, drop a fist. The work doesn't stop when the cookout ends. So feel free to interact. All right. Now, every week on Saturdays, we're going to, Wednesdays are going to be, and I'm actually going to update the landing page that I created for BRW. But Wednesdays are going to be about the Forge. We're going to highlight a author every week. We're going to highlight a creator. And we're going to go back over the ones that we already honored this week. We're going to honor a business. What I would like to get to the point of doing is having those business owners demonstrate their services and their wares live alongside me so that you can see them, hear them, have them do their own pitch. But in the meantime, I'll be bringing you products and reviews. So this week we reviewed Me and Bees, and I should have brought the little can. I wasn't thinking, getting used to this. I should have brought the little can, but Me and Bees lemonade. It was a lemonade company that was started by a young lady when she was 4 years old. She's now a teenager and getting ready to go into college, and she's already a multimillionaire. And I just send her all the flowers. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm really bad with names, so I didn't take the notes. Again, getting used to how to do this. Roll with me, okay? It's a work in progress. So anyway, every week we'll do that on Wednesdays. On Saturdays, we're going to come here. We're going to talk about Marketplace. We're going to talk about tools that I'm learning about. So, for example, just before starting this recording, I figured out how to get the landscape. That means that in the coming weeks, I'll be able to put my wares, whatever we're going to be reviewing, right here like I originally wanted to. So very interesting. I'm learning a ton, and I'll be sharing those things with you. Now, tomorrow, we'll be doing another live, 11 a.m., and that live, hello, welcome to everybody who's joined us. Welcome. Tomorrow, I'll be doing another live. Now, that live is just going to be for us to be together. It is going to be ambient music. I'm going to be building BRWC. I'm a full-time worker. I'm a full-time caregiver. I have a full-time life. And so I have to build this with you, literally with you on live. So I hope that you decide that you want to join. This is a directory for majority Black-owned businesses that is going to connect us community. I mean, I want you to think white pages plus green book plus education and community plus networking. So I don't want to just highlight businesses. I want us to build a community, and I want that community to spread worldwide. And then I want to honor African, other POC businesses. But just for right now, we need to focus on building the Black American community network. Okay, we're making a shift. We are in our second Renaissance, people. The first one was about the arts because that's where they allowed us to be. But the second one is financial. Come with me. Let's build this thing. You know, I ultimately, the vision that God gave me, I'm doing this as a calling. Trust and believe. I would love to cubby hole myself. But I'm doing this as a calling. And the vision that God gave me, and he did it in 30 seconds. I want you guys to understand that. He talked to me for 30 seconds and he completely downloaded this entire idea to me a week ago. We started this a week ago. So I have no clue what I'm doing, but I'm showing up because I told God that I would. So what he showed me was Start with a directory. At least gather all the information that you need. And then from there, you can build community farms. Black American run community farms, grocery stores, retail stores, all of this available to everyone in the community, but powered by us. You understand what I'm saying? And we're going to put it in a way that they can't break it down anymore. They can't steal it. We're going to put these products and these buildings and these businesses that we're building into trust. And on top of everything else, guess what they're going to do? They're going to be self-sustaining. These are not for-profit businesses. These are community centers that we're going to teach our community how money works. We're going to teach our community how to run a business. We're going to teach our community how to grow their own food. We are going to become an underground ecosystem. That's the full goal. I hope that you see the vision. And welcome. I see that we still have people joining in. So happy to have you. Please feel free to do a little heart, do a little fist. Let me know that you're out there. I haven't, oh, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. I'm not sure who did that, but I appreciate you. And hello, hi, say hi. Okay. So let's get to the next thing. So we are going to do our diaspora pit stop today. And this time we are highlighting South Africa, The Polygamist. That's a program. Oh, let me just read it to you. There's going to be a little bit, spoiler alert, but it's good. I'm telling you. Okay, here we go. So pit stop. This week we're going to focus on South Africa. A specific fact about South Africa is the country has 11 official languages and produces some of the most compelling television on the continent. I practiced this before. It's been too much time. Her last name is spelled Nyathi. Nyathi, I believe. It's close. She's a Zimbabwean author whose book, The Polygamist, was adapted into a Netflix telenovela released this year. Oh boy, I got something to say about it. One concrete thing, The Polygamist, a South African produced series now streaming on Netflix, produced by Stained Glass TV. Let me tell you why this matters to the journey and why it matters to us and why I'm highlighting it. Not only was it just good writing, because I'm going to be honest with you. I am so American. I would have fixed my problem. Listen to me now. Spoiler alert. It wouldn't have been no show with me. I'd have fixed that problem in 15 minutes. That first 15 minutes of that first hour, my whole situation would have been completely different. But this is part of our history. If you want to talk about lineage, we all know that Africa was set up like this for centuries. I think that they've gotten a little bit away from it. The truth is I never did any research about it because I was so American. I was being narcissistic. I'm opening my horizons. Hello, welcome. Everybody, welcome. So let's go forward. Okay, so the polygamist, I cannot say it. The poly centers on Janasi Gumbo, and they actually pronounce it a little differently in the show. A successful Johannesburg businessman who maintains 4 wives across different households. The series explores the intricate dynamics of his relationships, the economic architecture of maintaining multiple families, and the emotional labor borne by each wife. When Janasi's business empire begins to crumble under debt and betrayal, the carefully constructed walls between his 4 households starts to collapse. The show becomes a mediation on power, secrecy, and what happens when the cost of maintaining appearances exceeds the means. And let me just say this. I would not actually have watched this program. I'm not even finished watching it. But it was so well written. And there are a couple of things that meant a great deal to me. For example, those women were so black. If you know, you know. The lips and the color of their skin and all the different hairstyles, it was beautiful. And the different ways that they all wore their clothing. I'm going to tell you something else that really struck me. I'm a big girl. Nobody has ever let me forget that. Now, I'm not uncomfortable with my bigness. I guess other people might be. No problem. So I either had to get comfortable with my bigness or do something different or allow other people's pointing out my bigness be a problem for me. Not going to happen, right? But not once was anybody's weight mentioned in this program. Nobody made any sly remarks. All of the women were different shapes and different sizes. One of the wives was bigger than me, and I loved it. You know, there was none of that American discrimination, reshaping, putting everybody in place so that it all looked picture perfect. These people showed up. Like, one of the characters had no eyebrows. He had no hair. I don't know if he had alopecia, but my point is that they allowed these people to show up as actors as they are, and I loved it. And that's what struck me the most. You guys go watch the show, let me know what you think. Okay. Tugging right along. Okay, so now that we have honored South Africa, if you're from South Africa or building there or passing through, drop a flag and refuel with us. Okay, all right, here we go. So because we are building this live and together, let me spend a little bit of time every Saturday letting you know what we need. For example, I have no idea. I am learning. I have been doing research. I have been all over those YouTube streets trying to watch videos in between life to learn how to build this directory. I really wanted to look crisp and beautiful, and I wanted to be user friendly, and there are so many tools out there. I'm not real sure which ones to use. If you guys have any ideas about that, please drop it in the comments. I'll be more than happy to research that product. Tomorrow we'll be doing some building together while we're listening to ambient music. So I just come in on Sundays and I spend a little time with you. Okay. So I wanted to make sure that you guys know that I'm going to be asking for volunteers, for creators, for people who know their stuff and want to show off. Help us build BRW so that we can reach every Black person worldwide, everybody worldwide. This is actually for the entire community, but it's going to be powered by us. I'm going to say that a million times. Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to the newbies. Okay, now, I always run through this so fast. It's only been 20 minutes. Let's see here. Oh, another directory that already exists. I'm not as excited about some of the information there because it really needs to be updated. As a matter of fact, I was on there just yesterday, and that's what's making me bring this up to you today. Here in Cincinnati, and this is where I am, Cincinnati, Ohio, I'm going to bring that up first because that's what I'm most familiar with and what I can get to the best. I would love to honor your city, your state, your community, your neighborhood. Please feel free to email me at BlackRenaissanceWorldwide@gmail.com. Whatever you want me to share, resources and community action, businesses that you think should be honored. Yourself, if you're a creator, you want to be honored, send me that email information and I will be sure to wrap you into the rotation, right? Okay, now, the community resource that I'm highlighting right now today is called The Voice of Black Cincinnati. It is a comprehensive digital directory. It's not the way I really want to build it, but go over there and look at it. It's a digital directory of Black-owned businesses across the greater Cincinnati region, whether you need a caterer, a counselor, a contractor, or a creative. This platform connects you to verified Black-owned enterprises, free to browse, free for business owners to list. But here's the build, okay? So the show is not just about Cincinnati, it's about every city where Black economic infrastructure is needed. So I'm asking you, yes, you, to email us the resources in your area, just like I said before. So that is BlackRenaissanceWorldwide@gmail.com, exactly like it sounds, spelled exactly like it sounds. Okay. Let's see here. Now, I want to do a little bit of a review. I think that this is a necessity. Okay, so the creator that we honored this week, and I hope that I switched look at me, look at me. Okay, look, I'm learning. I hope I switched it so that you can read it. That's what I tried to do. Let me know. Can you read that? Anybody? Just put it in the chat briefly. Anybody? Oh, okay. I'm inviting you. I don't know what that meant, but yeah, you can come. Oh, I did something weird. Okay, hold on. That's not what I meant to do. I don't need a co-host. I appreciate you, but I don't know how to turn that off now. So anyway, but Tabitha Speaks Politics is the creator for the week. And the book for the week was The Bible in 52 Weeks workbook by Reverend Brittany L. Palmer. Okay, so those were the two that we highlighted on Wednesday. And then, of course, me and B's Lemonade. And that was the big Forge product for the week. So anyway, okay. The next section of our show today. Okay, so yes, we already discussed that we need some help learning how to build out the website so that it is beautiful. And what I'd really like to do, if anybody knows how to do this, I would like for the directory have certain segments. For one thing, I would love to be able to offer every business a landing page if they don't already have one, especially for people who are starting like me. Starting from scratch, starting from the bottom, starting with no knowledge, just vision and drive, right? So I got a landing page from a company called Card, C-A-R-R-D, I believe, or C-A-R-R-R-D, I can't remember which one, but .com. And I would like for the directory to have a section just for creators, a whole list of creators and the kind of content that they do. And then I would like to have a section for online businesses, places that aren't necessarily brick and mortar. Okay. Then I would, I want to segment it out. Then I want a listing of community resources and things like that. And then we can have another section that shows what's going on in that area. If you're proud and excited and you want to get the word out, I would love for you to be able to advertise your community things going on in your area on our site. So I want to build, this is going to be a universe for us. I want it to be a hub that follows us globally. Some place where if you get dropped off in the middle of East Timbuktu, you don't know the language, you're not familiar with the culture, you don't know exactly where to go for stuff. You get dropped off in the middle of East Timbuktu, you don't know the language, you're not familiar with the culture, you don't know exactly where to go for stuff, and you pull up your phone, open an app, and say, okay, Black Renaissance Worldwide, I'm here. Are there any black businesses around here that I can go to? Somebody that speaks my language, somebody that offers wares that I need, something like that. You see what I'm saying? And then again, we're going to take those businesses in those same communities once we kind of get a good start, and we can integrate them into the directory. But for now, we're focusing on 51% or more majority owned black businesses. We need this, okay? All right. So, all right. It looks like, even though I didn't want it to, let's talk about a little wisdom and gratitude. There is a principle. We're going to bring a lot of love and a lot of spirituality to this channel because it is what is powering our momentum, right? Okay, so there is a principle in physics called entanglement. Two particles, once connected, remain correlated across any distance. Okay, what affects one affects the other instantaneously, without signal and without delay. So we are entangled, not metaphorically, but literally. The work that you do in your kitchen, your studio, your classroom, your courthouse, your courtrooms, it resonates. It shapes fields we cannot see, but absolutely feel. The ancestor who survived the Middle Passage did not know your name, but they laid the coordinate for your existence. The elder who marched in 63 did not know your face, but they shifted the probability of your freedom. You are not starting from zero. You are standing on entanglement. So tonight, or today, this morning, I should have reread that, right? Before you sleep, oh, I see what I'm doing here. So tonight, before you sleep, name 3 things that went right today. I love that, right? Just to kind of throw a little gratitude out there. Not because the struggle isn't real, but because gratitude is technology. It recalibrates the nervous system. It makes the body a fit environment for the next build. Welcome, welcome. I see we still have people coming in, and the next, and the next. So I learned recently that when you are trying to manifest, there's an idea out there that you're supposed to plant your seeds at night. Go to sleep with what you want to manifest when you're laying down at night. I actually had a friend, now this is going to sound a little kooky, but it's really not sexually based. But I actually had a friend that said that when they would take care of their own sexual business, they would do it while praying. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but a euphoric state is not a bad place to be if you want to connect with God. So that's another thought. I don't know that there's any one right or wrong way to connect with spirit except to be open and do it. But I can tell you that gratitude is a very, very real foundation for that. Okay, guys. So I'm also trying to stay with you for another 4 minutes. I don't mean to go through this so fast, and this will get better and better, and these will be a little longer. I expect it for these to last about an hour to an hour and a half. And I suspect that as we learn more and more together, and there's more and more to do, and more I know how to do, we'll be doing that build together. But in the meantime, I'm showing up, I'm showing out, and I'm connecting with you guys, okay? So I really am just about done with our show today. So we are grateful for the attention you have given this space, for the trust, for the labor, for the love. Carry it forward. Okay? This is a call to action, you guys. What we have shared here has entered the record. So we're getting ready to do our closing affirmation. So we open and close each segment of the show with affirmations. We bring all that energy full forward, okay? Full circle. What we have shared here has entered the record. Not merely digital, but neural, social, ancestral. The connections made, the knowledge transferred, the capital circulated. These are not ethereal. They are structural. Oh, good grief. Hold on, baby. There we go. All my little tricks. We release this session with gratitude for the attention, the labor, and the trust invested by everyone present. We carry forward the understanding that our individual thriving is bounded to collective thriving. Biologically, economically, and spiritually, we affirm that the world we are building is one where dignity is non-negotiable, where resources flow equitably, and where every voice that was suppressed finds amplification. This is not the end. This is a node in a network that continues. Go build, go connect, go belong. We return when the coordinates align. So thank you so much for being here for BRW, Black Renaissance World Worldwide. If you are a business, apply to be featured. Link in my bio. If you are a supporter, join the movement. Link in my bio. If you are a creator, let us amplify you. Link in my bio. Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Saturdays, 10:30 a.m. and Sundays, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will come, we will be together. We will review businesses. We will talk about products. We will continue to build out BRW together, and we will make a positive impact on the world around us. You know, I have a favorite saying. So anyway, I'll get to that in just a moment. Wednesday is the Forge. Saturday is the Marketplace. So eventually we'll be showing you new products that are going to go into my store. I'm actually trying to learn how to build my first product. I wanted to offer a t-shirt with our logo on it, maybe some earrings with our logo on it, something. So I'm learning how to do that this week. That's my challenge to myself for this week. And we'll probably do some of that tomorrow while we're together. Tomorrow is just ambient music, us spending a little time together. You could be reading. You could simply just want to be in space with me and not necessarily just by yourself. You are welcome to do that. Okay. We are building permanent infrastructure for Black economic self-determination, and you are a part of it. I welcome you. I want you to be a part of it. From boycott to buy out to build worldwide. I am Rochelle. This is Black Renaissance Worldwide. Wait a minute, Black Renaissance Worldwide. And I will see you again tomorrow. Listen, leave the world better than it was when you woke up. You'll thank yourself for it. Have a great day. I don't have a clue how to turn this off. Bye, everyone.